Hello, hello, all my Zen friends. Welcome to our Friday night. I can't believe the week has flown by. Hope you've had an amazing week. So, welcome. I'll get my little desktop all set up here real quick. All right. Think we are good here. All right. So welcome. How you enjoying this full moon lunar eclipse energy that's going to be impacting us for a few days here? The eclipse energy is going to impact us or can impact us for more like 4 to 6, sometimes 8 weeks depending on how it relates to your birth chart, but it's some pretty powerful energy, right? And Mercury went retrograde this afternoon, so we're going to be in that until around April 7th. It'll go direct then. So we'll have a little bit of time for some reflection and re-editing and doing some things too. So, and of course, we're in the Venus retrograde too. So we got reflection on relationships going on and how we want to give love and how we want to receive love. Also, how we, with Mercury retrograde, how we want to communicate and how we want to be communicated to. So, some great energies going on. This year is a huge reflective year anyway, so we're going to get used to it. By the end of the year, we're going to wonder what it's going to feel like not to be so reflective. All right, but let's get into things here. First, let's start off by bringing in some wonderful love energy through the singing bowl here. So I'll hit it 3 times, and as we do that, just imagine this beautiful waterfall of unconditional love energy flow down into our hearts, fill us up, and flow out to the world, filling our minds, our thoughts, our stories, our emotions, our energetic field, our chakras, our aura, into our physical body, into our joints, our cells, our blood, all the organs of our body, and then filling up and flowing out to the world, spreading that unconditional love into the world and doing whatever it needs to do out there, right? So let me just do this up just a little bit. There we go. All right, here we go. And while we're doing this, you could take some big deep breaths and imagine things that you're grateful for right here, right now in this moment. And just thank the creator for it. That also helps raise our love vibration, prepare us for the messages today. So here we go. Beautiful. She is singing up a storm this evening. So thank you so much for that. You guys' love energy amplifying it, I am sure. So hello everyone. Welcome back, all my Zen friends. Thank you for being here. And if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. We've got a great group of Zen friends, huge hearts, great senses of humor, two wonderful, powerful things that we can definitely use in our little adventurous humans, right? It definitely helps this journey. So Briefly, how the free readings work, if you're new to the channel, we the chat is the list. There's no special list at all. All you do is put your question out there, or if you don't want to put your business out there, you can ask for a general reading. And because spirit knows all, so we'll just ask them what they want you to know right now. And free readings are generally 1 to 2 cards. And if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange and I prioritize those readings stepping out of the free readings. I dive deeper, meaning I pull more cards for those two. And then once I'm done, I return back to the main chat. Um, and if you want to make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom of the chat. And then also in the description box of the video, I do have my Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square. And there's no set dollar amount. Whatever you give from your heart is the perfect amount because I know everyone's cost of living varies from person to person, city to city, even across the neighborhood, across the world. So whatever you give, I know from your heart is the perfect amount. Um, After donations, I do go to my YouTube channel members. You'll see their names in green. So you got one out here right now, Johanna. Hello, hello, hello. So any free readings for them come second, and then I get into the free readings. If you're interested, my YouTube channel members, I always make sure the donations and my YouTube channel members are completed each day. Uh, Sometimes I don't get to all the free readings. The last 2 weekends, I've been way out of balance and completing all readings and doing 5-hour sessions and 4-hour sessions and coming back on. But I definitely am getting the reminder from Spirit to take it easy. Don't, be out sick if I don't balance. So, but my YouTube channel members, I also make sure to complete them. Sundays are different. I do come back on and make sure anything I don't complete on Sundays. So everyone does definitely get a message on Sundays, but Fridays and Saturdays, I don't always get to all the free readings. And, but YouTube channel members, I do. So if you're interested, there is a link down in the description box of the video on how to sign up. I have 2 levels. Zen Cricket is $2.99. Praying Mantis is $7.99, and that's US dollars per month. And in addition to being prioritized in my Friday night, it's prioritized on all my live readings, but Friday morning, Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday night, I always make sure to come back on to complete those. Plus, on Thursdays, we have a joint session of both Zen Cricket and Praying Mantis where it's 2 hours, 3 hours, sometimes even 4 hours, where we're doing tarot readings, oracle readings, past life readings, talk astrology, whatever we want. And you have unlimited questions during those times, whereas free readings and these sessions are just one per person. Um, and then also on Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday afternoons, after those sessions, my Praying Mantis members, we have an extra session together too, at least an hour, and sometimes longer for those two. Also, my Praying Mantis members get advanced access to all the videos I put out in this year. We're putting out a lot of videos. Um, each week we have Zen Cricket, not Zen Cricket. We have Zen Bytes. You can eat crickets too, but these are Zen Bytes, little short videos that talk about how to, maintain our Zen or return to our Zen. We've got new moon, full moon, when the sun changes zodiac signs. We've got the Zen Gates, like 1 1 2 2 3 3, these portals of energy. We've got the quest videos each month, quarterly equinox and solstice readings, and then of course the 2025 energy forecast are out there too. So we've got a lot of stuff that's out there. In fact, let me just share here. Of course, we just had the Virgo full moon eclipse video come out. So if you want to know more about that energy that we're still in here for a little bit, here's today's Zen Bite that came out this morning, which are the 3 Ds that deal with Virgo energy. And then, dun, 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 we did have the equinox, fall, spring equinox, fall in the southern hemisphere. spring in the northern hemisphere, which is next week, the 20th, for each elemental, like water signs, fire signs, those did come out. So here's the link to those. And then tomorrow we do have the Aries season come out. So Aries sun babies, your birthdays are coming up. But so if you're interested in all that, there is a link in the description box of the video down below on how to sign up for membership. And then also, I extended my Crazy Zen Super Sale from last month, extended it into March. And so all my personal recorded readings are on sale, as well as my Hedge of Peace and Love. If you want to know more about what's included in those and what those are, there's a link down in the description box for that too. That includes my specialized readings, which are relationship readings. I've got like 6 kinds of those. I've got birthday readings, past life readings, and life purpose readings too. So all those are also on sale. So if you're interested, check it. Now is a good time to get them on sale. I don't put them on sale often. So now's a good time to do that. All right. I think that's the blah, blah, blah that I wanted to talk about. So let us dive in here. So, hello, everybody. Good to see everyone. I hope you're enjoying this wonderful, wonderful energy. Had a great conversation with my one and only sibling a little while before I went live. And we don't talk a whole lot, but he was talking about, do you know what's going, do you feel like there's this big spiritual change happening? And I was like, oh, let's talk about the astrology and this and that. So I had a really deep spiritual conversation. So I love that. All right. So we do have Light Seers Tarot. Actually, I have 2 decks that I've combined into one huge deck. It's like 1 card short of 2 decks because one got busted and someone gifted me one, which was perfect and unexpected. So now I just combine it all into one huge stack. And then we also have the Animal Guides Tarot, which we'll look at too. And for the fortune cookies, I do have Spirit Animal Oracle and another spirit. I think we'll do these other animal spirits too. So we'll have some animal energy that will come in with these. So let us dive in here. I'm just going to take these and create 2 stacks. They're all energized, and we'll start with this one here. So up first, we do have Johanna. So Johanna, thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like since it lets me here. And your question, your question. Why did you feel so anxious and claustrophobic at the thrift shop today after being there a while? Happened for the second time in that same place. There is some energies there. As soon as I was reading your question, I started to feel that there's just some lower vibrational energy around there. It's like I don't know. We'll take a look here. I kind of feel like the people there's someone that works there or the owner, but it does feel here like they've got some lower vibrational stuff going on. So the claustrophobic feeling, which and I want these two. And that one. It's interesting because you used to feel that before, but it wasn't so extreme to you because you had your own lower vibrational energy going on in your life. But now that you've been purposely raising your love vibration, you're feeling low vibration in a bigger way, we'll call it, right? Yeah, exactly. And so you're and especially with this lunar eclipse energy, which magnifies lunar eclipses magnify our emotions because it's lunar, moon, right? And so it expands and multiplies anything we're feeling. So if we're feeling happy and full of love, we're going to feel way happy and way full of love. And if we kind of step in a pile of low vibrational energy. It's like stepping in dog poo. You're like, "Ooh, what is this? Whoa, whoa, what's going on?" Right? And so, especially with it being Virgo moon energy, Virgo is our impacts our body, right? It's very much about our health, and it rolls over our, I'd say your physical body. So I feel like you really, really felt it, this energy in your physical body. And the bottom of the deck kind of just confirms that with the Two of Wands, right? It tells us whatever we focus on, whatever energy, wands is specifically energy, grows and expands. And so when you kind of walk through, it's like someone, as we call it here in the United States, crop dusting, where someone farts and you walk through it and you're like, what's this stink? Your guides are always so funny. And it's like kind of stepped into some low vibrational energy. Whoever was in there was doing this, right? So we'll find out more here, but the Two of Wands just tell me it's about energetic choice, that you were like, what is this that I feel? I'm picking it up. And it's very strong lower vibrational motion. Let's get some more details here. Yeah. Well, and we have the power of choice, but we also have, this is Cancer moon energy with all this too. So that is telling us that that's this energy that's around, um, inside of there. Yeah. See, Nine of Swords, a lot of fear energy, a lot of nightmare, insomnia kind of energy. Someone that's definitely going through something. I do feel like it's whoever is working there and there a lot. I almost feel like I don't know if the owner works there, but I just feel like that energy there. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah. So we have the Hanged Man, which is transformation and seeing things from a different perspective. And yeah, the need here with the Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords, the need of balance between head and heart. And I like this Three of Pentacles too, because I feel like um, you can actually help. The Three of Pentacles, I don't normally pick this energy strong in here, but it's about community. It's about a group helping each other kind of energy. And I feel like you're able to bring in this balance between head and heart, even if it's just a smile or like intentionally pushing energy out, right? Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't yours at all. I definitely felt, as soon as you said it, I felt like the reason it felt claustrophobic is because it was energy from the outside world. And you were just like, whoa, what is this? Right. Because lower vibrational energy is restrictive and makes us kind of feel small and powerless and limited. Higher vibration expands us, makes us feel bigger. So I definitely feel like, yeah, this was someone else. Yeah, I had a feeling we were going to get the Five of Cups here because there was this, movement, this energy of from lower vibration to higher vibration and the ability, and I share the video here and I'll just share it for anyone that this resonates with, about the true gift of an empath and the empathic bubble. So if anyone else has been experiencing this, and trust me, this year we're all expanding in our gifts and our the expansiveness of how we feel. So chances are, if you're in this and watching this right now, I would check out those videos because it talks about how to put a bubble up around us so we don't take on everyone's emotions. But also, that's a small piece of the empathic gift. The real power of an empath is that we can push love energy out from us. We can't force people to choose an emotion, but we can make it easier by creating this flow of unconditional love energy. Because if we're pushing out low vibrational fear, that can make it easier for other people to choose fear. But if we're pushing out unconditional love, then it makes it easier for people to choose that instead. So I like that. So you did feel like a push to be extra kind to the cashier. Yes, exactly. Yeah, 9 of cups. This is this expansiveness of it's like the ability to transform crying over the 3 spilt cups to celebrating, and that's the kind of energy that's there. The 10 of swords, walking away from expectations and freeing people from that, and this is the other energy that we're kinda talking about. Someone who feels that 9 of swords and helping people move past that, right? Just by our energy, just by our presence. We have that ability to become like a low vibration blood thinner, energy thinner, where just by pushing out unconditional love and sometimes not even realizing we're doing it because we're choosing gratitude in the moment ourselves. We're not even focusing on helping other people transmute their energies, their lower vibrational energy, but just that love energy doing that automatically. People will like hanging around us because these lower energies that are stuck start to flow like a blood clot. A blood thinner helps it clear through the system safely. That's kind of what our energy can do. Yeah. I was wondering if we were going to get Queen of Cups, and sure enough, here's you feeling all those emotions. So that does confirm that it's that, you were feeling um, other people's energy that was going on there. And like the cashier could have been the person who received, someone snapping at him, like maybe the owner. But there's also they're reminding me this one time I went over to one of my first ex's house after we had broken up, and we're still friends. And I went over to chat with them for a little bit, and I sat on the floor in front of their couch, and I felt so sad, and felt like I was gonna cry, and it was because when I told them how I felt, because they could tell my face doesn't hide a whole lot. They're like, "What's the matter?" And I'm like, "Don't worry, it's not that I'm missing you." I didn't say that. That was just funny. But, I was like, "I just feel so sad. I feel like crying." And he was like, "You're freaking me out." Because he had several, like 3 roommates that lived up on there was like a 3-story house. They lived up. He's in the basement, lower level, and they lived in the upper levels. She was just down here crying her eyes out right where you're sitting. And I kind of feel like that's a little bit of what, was going on. Like wherever you were standing is like where this altercation happened, and it left a pocket of low vibration energy. And we can dissipate that too. We can do a cleanse of our space by just imagining this big ball of love light inside, and just it ignites and moves out, and it burns away, or it transforms it, like it pushes away lower vibration. It gives it an opportunity to transform into higher vibrational, and it kind of dissipates it. So you can do that too. Yeah. And so it's like, okay. And there could have been something really devastating that happened in that little pocket, and that energy's just been hanging around because there hasn't been enough higher vibrational energy to dissipate it. So when we walk through as a higher light being and let our light shine, it's like the sun burning away fog. And you can kind of imagine that and picture that as we do that too. So I like that for you. And then here we'll pull a spirit animal. All right, here it is. Oracle. Let's see what they have here for you. Yeah, you got perseverance. Meh. So you got the ram, Aries ram, right? You have many gifts. No problem can withstand the power of your mind. And with patience, you can reach your mountaintop. Never give up, and good luck will follow. I like that. You have many gifts. So there's the confirmation right there. All right. So I love that for you. So now you know whenever you come across it that this allows you this ability to transform that and realize, okay, this isn't mine. I'm going to push out love energy and let it do its thing. So I love that. Right. So many blessings to you, Johanna. Thank you again for your donation. And I've got another YouTube channel member jumping in. Hey, Lucky. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Hey, everybody. Oh, like something that's in the thrift store. That's always possible too, because you have many gifts. If you if you picked up something and it felt that way over and over again, I would say, you know, be aware of that. But if it's just being in a place, it's a doll. Is it the same doll? Um, then it can be that too, but that energy followed the doll or whatever item um, as well. But I was picking up on there's something going on in that thrift store itself that is not um, loving higher vibration. Um, so, and it could be that all the stuff in the thrifts, not all the stuff, but a lot of stuff in the thrift store is like, you know, if there's lower vibrational energy attached to the things like people passing or, you know, whatever, then um, if there's sadness and lower vibrational energy, that could help maintain that low vibrational energy that's already existing there too, right? So, but love energy is like one person pushing out unconditional love energy that transforms a million people having low vibrational energy. That's how powerful it is. So just know. Right. So I love that for you, my dear, my dear. Hey, everybody. Good to see everyone. Hello, hello. All right. And thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up you give the videos to it. Something free that you can do, and it does make a difference. It helps spread the Zen love. So thanks for being part of the love tsunami. I really appreciate that. All right. And then Nelia, hello, hello. Thank you for the popcorn and for your donation, of course. You want to know, will the Yemen medical grant, um, will Yemen medical grant his leave that was requested. Where will he go if granted and why? In a general on this. Ooh, we're diving into them, aren't we? Right? So you can do it, Johanna. You can transform all that. Too funny. Hello, hello, everybody. All right, Nelia, I'm going to scroll up here for a moment so I can focus on your questions here. I'm going to use the second portion of the deck here. Let's see what we got here. So, what number one, will they be granted their leave as requested? So we'll look at that. If he is granted it, where will he go and why? And then just what else we can know about. Okay, and those three there. Okay, we'll take a look here. So, number one, are they going to be granted this? Well, I guess, yeah. I figured because they're giving me other cards, otherwise they'd stop me and go, no, the answer is no. We got the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Pentacles coming in here. Both of these are about abundance and new opportunity in the outside world. So I would say, yeah, like they will be granted this. Where will he go? Wow. So we have the Empress here, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, um, nature, and it's about getting out in nature, getting away from it all. I feel like it'll be a vacation, and it's with this. At first, I thought it was the World card, but here's the little birthing and the Earth there. So I do feel like they would go somewhere where they're going to get out into nature. Not like camping and that, but get away from the cities, get into something that feels not so much resort like, but like they're going to go visit a small something, a small town, somewhere away from it all. I'm even seeing like up in the mountains ish um, kind of energy here. And why? Why? Yeah, inner strength, really to connect with themselves. And it doesn't feel like they're gonna go with like a bunch of people either. I feel like they're going somewhere more natural that offers something to help them with their nurturing their body, nurturing their getting their strength back, mentally, emotionally, energetically, and physically, coming in here. We do have the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom, which is about transformation and putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears to get the fruit of it. So it almost feels like they're going somewhere that they will get some sort of it would be like either a retreat where they're learning about themselves spiritually, emotionally, mentally, or it could be even be a kind of what I'm thinking of, is like somewhere like when you go to the Amazonian rainforest and you do the ayahuasca and you go on this big healing journey that just touches every area of your life. I'm kind of feeling like they're in this kind of place. I don't know necessarily if they're going to go to the Amazon, but it's that kind of energy. Let's see the underline, what else they'll tell us about all this here. Yeah. Balance between heart and mind, so they are seeking some balance. Yeah, there is a lot of this disappointment and heartbreak, a lot of fear around things. And I feel like whatever this feeling of desperation is that they have with all this, that's why they're willing to go to this extreme. Because I feel like I don't know if necessarily they've received news like, you know, this is something that we don't have a cure for, or that we can't find out what's wrong. We're trying this stuff, but maybe it's psychosomatic or blah 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 or whatever. I don't know these words. I'm not, of course, a licensed medical professional at all. See disclaimer. Check check in the description box of the video. But I feel like whatever this desperate feeling is that they're going somewhere because they're just tired of the disappointment, tired of these feelings, and they're wanting to have a change. Yeah. And they do. They want to get this fullness back here with the 10 of Pentacles, which is fullness of life, and that means that they kind of feel like with all these other cards that they feel like they are not living a fulfilled life and that there's this lack of it and this emptiness. And so I feel like this is a huge leap for them to try to get to the root of things, start some healing and some transformation. And that's why I'm not sure if it's physical, if it's mental or emotional or, a spiritual energy. But I feel like that's what's going on with them. And yeah, I want to pull here again from the Spirit Animal Oracle. Let's see what else they'll tell us here. Mm, yeah. So maybe it is emotional that he wants to get going because he's like, um, he just feels like he needs to get away. I don't feel like he wants to go home either. It feels like an escape to recuperate and to, you know, gain that. And that makes sense. I mean, if he's a surgeon working in Yemen, helping there, and he sees the destruction and he sees, they're limited and he's seen people die and people that are not treatable and this kind of stuff, it wears on you. That's why it kind of felt emotional and mental a little bit. Like they just need to get away and regroup. I feel with all that. Yeah. So let's see what else we have here. Yeah. So we got the Pathfinder, the wolf that can be in a pack and then also be away from it all. Yeah, release your past and start a new journey. So this is him, right? He is a teacher and he helps others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. And so he does. It's not like he's given up. He will persevere, but he does need a little break so that he can get his grounding back and so he can come back strong again. So I like that for him. All right. Switch some of these things around here. Yeah. Yeah. So there's a lot of energy there. All right. So that's what they have for you there, Nelia. Hopefully that helps. You can send them some love. And that's what we can do too. I'm just going to be sharing videos today, it seems. There is, when our heart aches for other people, when they're going through something and our heart gets activated and it feels like it's achy because we want to do something for someone. I have this video called Heartache. It's not heartbreak. That's a different feeling. This one it's not about us um, being heartbroken or whatever. It's wow, like the people of Yemen or people going through things, and there's nothing that we feel we can do, but our heart is activated. It wants to help. It'll feel like it's tight, like a garden hose that has the spigot turned on, but the little sprayer turned off. The hose gets tighter and tighter and tighter. It's because we have this love energy that wants to flow. And normally, when we do something in the physical world, the love energy flows through that. But if we feel there's nothing we can do, it has nowhere to go. But this video talks about how you can release and send that love energy to them spiritually. Um, and, something you can even do a ritual in the physical world too. But so that video talks about that if anyone's interested in that. It's all free. All right, Nelia, thank you so much for your donation, and hopefully we'll be able to circle back around for your free reading in a bit. Oh, you have a second. Yeah, well, actually, you have two more questions. Duh. So number two with the heart eyes. And so we have two more for Nelia, and then Miss K, you'll be up, and then Brenda, and then Sun and Moon. That's where we're at right now for donations. All right, so let's find your second question here. Oh, it's right there. A general love reading for this year. All right. Let's see what we got here. For general love reading for this year. 6 T here. All right, let's see what we got here. What Spirit wants you to know about love for this year. Okay, I do want this one. Those two go under there. I do have that one. That one. Those two go under there. That one there. Okay. All right. Well, the bottom of the deck, you do have the Knight of Wands, which is about movement of passion. So, sometime this year, we'll see what more comes in here. There is an ignition of passion, uh, which is generally how a lot of human relationships start. It's usually not so much about attraction of personality and love. It's usually attraction, spark. Who's that? Who's that? This draw. And then you decide if the spark is worth the gift that comes with it of whoever that person is, right? So we'll see what else is here. The first card here, you do have Leo fire energy, which makes sense. Very attractive individual, Leo energy. Fire signs generally have this energetic draw, and it kind of goes out into their physical world too, where someone that's physically attractive, but their energy is even more attractive than the person even. So I definitely feel that kind of energy coming in there for you. All right, great. We do have the Page of Swords, which is someone I feel like there's this kind of student energy in a way, someone who likes to learn, someone who's intellectual. So, sometimes when you meet someone who's really beautiful on the outside and they open their mouth and their beauty and or handsomeness or hotness drops by 50%. Not in this case. They do have the gift of gab and being able to communicate too, because we know that's important for you, right? And then we have the hanged man, which is about seeing things from a different perspective, but also it's this energy of someone who's not a caterpillar. When you talk about caterpillar, people who haven't gone through like their transformation a whole lot, they're still stuck in their old ways and kind of repeating cycles. They haven't gone into the cocoon and haven't come out the other side, the butterfly. This is someone who has done a lot of that work, which of course also is important for you because you're tired of caterpillars. You're just like, no, I need someone who can fly and keep up, and we can go great distances together. And we're both seeking nectar, not eating leaves, right? So you have this underlying energy here too. Yeah, we've got the Nine of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So it's someone who has been like on their own with the Nine of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles too is this it just feels like they've been in the cocoon a while and they're also looking for a butterfly and they kind of are like happy and content to being by themselves because they're like, I'd rather be by myself fluttering around than have to walk around with caterpillars, you know, because um, I'm excited about who I've become and what I want to do. So that energy matches yours, right? And so that's why I like this for you. Let's see what else we have here. So worth the wait for sure. And then, yeah, here's the worth of the wait. So the Knight of Pentacles, both of this, both of you have been in this slow moving energy, giving you guys time to go through your cocoon. But the Eight of Wands, it's about to go from 0 to 100 miles an hour. And this is why with the Eight of Wands, I feel they'll come out of nowhere. And the energy underneath that, yeah, here's the here's the Leo energy coming in again, the fire or the fire sign at least energy, and the 10 of Pentacles. I feel like once you meet and um, you guys chat and get to know each other, I feel like very quickly you both decide, I don't need to think about this. I want to date you. I want to court you, even courting, like the olden days. I want to show you that, and I want to get to know you. So I want to reserve your time. They're all going in old school. I want to put my name on every slot on your dance card. I want, not a possessive type way, but a really like I know what I want kind of way. And I feel like it just happens very quickly, which is not normal. Well, let's rephrase that, right? You used to move fast and your heart would give itself very quickly before when you were a caterpillar, right? Because it was needing love so badly. But when you found your self love, now you only move when it's like the planets are in alignment within you, right? So I like that. And they're that way too. Yeah. And the Ace of Wands. And then that spark happens. And, you know, this is that new beginning and that pops in here. Um, the Ace of Wands tells me to, um, because of course if we can find out about timing, we always want to know that. But the Ace of Wands is all up to you and your power, where you're focusing your energy. I mean, I feel like it could, because I got Aries energy. I mean, it could be next week, could be the soonest where you bump into them because that's Aries season. But it's also the more you focus on gratitude for relationships that you've had and what you loved about them and kind of handing it over to spirit. And that Ace of Wands is about living your passion and stepping forward towards your passions. And and that's when you bump into them. So it's not that you're searching for someone that they come in, right? It's that you're out living and loving and um, doing the things you love, spending time with people that you care about, not, you know, where are they, right? It's the focus is on living your passion in life, and they're doing the same. And that's when you guys bump into one another. So you're not going to find him on a dating app or being introduced. I don't feel like you're gonna get introduced to them through friends or whatever. It's you being out doing something you love that you bump into them also doing that same thing that they also love, and then you have that commonality there. You're a little old school, right? And then I wanna go to these animal spirits for your fortune cookie for this, so I feel like it's this one here. So what do we have here? What is this? Oops. It's the bull. Stubborn. Are you a Taurus? Its symbolism is renewal, fertility, and growth. So the bull cults were ubiquitous in ancient cultures whose devotees worshipped the beast as a supreme deity. But the bull was also a symbol of renewal, and the creature was ritually sacrificed, with its blood sprinkled on the spring fields to ensure new growth. In ancient Greece, these rituals were associated with Dionysus, the Greek god of vegetation and renewal. And Dionysus, who was frequently represented as a bull and sometimes as a goat, was dismembered by the Titans and subsequently resurrected. So the Spanish bullfight is a vestige of the ancient bull sacrifice. I did not know that. So the Minotaur, another deity from Greek mythology who had the head of a bull and the body of a man, is also associated with sacrifice and the cycle of renewal. The slaying of the Minotaur, the devourer of youth, restores life. I like this. This kind of energy almost feels like caterpillar, right? It's the end of the devour, which caterpillars are known for, devouring leaves and devouring plants. So this is this energy of renewal that comes in here. And something about this blood red moon, this earth energy here too, of this lunar cycle that just happened too. So I love that. All right. So that's what they have for you for that right now. So thank you for your second donation and your third one here with your little halo. And you want to know, when will you move to your next home? A time frame. Will it be with your true love in general on this? All right, let's take a look here. See what we got going on. That was up there. All right. So anything on time frame? Okay, moving into the new home. Will it be with the new love? And anything else that we can find out about this here? Okay. So the bottom of the deck, you do have the King of Cups, which represents, it's one of my cards of compatible person. So the underlying energy, it feels like the move happens. We'll find out here if it's with them, but it happens around the time that you're becoming aware of them and meeting them and hanging out with them. So let's see what else they have here. Yeah. So we have the Five of Cups, which is a movement of emotion from lower vibration to higher vibration. The Ace of Pentacles, which is a new opportunity opening in the outside world, and the Queen of Wands. So all these three together, the Queen of Wands is a card of action and stepping into your power. And whenever we get like the wands, especially a royal or the Ace of Wands, it's about your energetic choices. And so there's always ranges. Usually there's very few fated this is going to happen on this day at this time, blah, blah, blah. We choose our births that way. That's one of the few faded time bound things because we know when we choose to be born, on a specific date at a specific time in a specific place, all the astrology, all the astral energies that are born into that and granted to that being, that's like the package we're choosing. And so we do choose that specifically, but the rest of it is about ranges and whatever our focus is. Am I focused on lower vibration? Then it takes longer for it to come here. If I'm focused on gratitude and higher vibration things, then things speed up and come in sooner, right? So I feel like that's what they're saying, that it depends on your energy, on the timing of that. Yeah. Let's see here. Is it going to be with your love here? So we've got the victory card here with the Six of Wands coming in. The Eight of Cups is about walking away from emotions that don't serve you anymore and walking towards something that feels like a dream come true. So, with that, and with the King of the Cups on the bottom, it does feel that it would be with the new love because um, that victory card really kind of sealed it. But the Eight of Cups walking away from what doesn't serve into something that feels, because they're like headed towards the Nine of Cups. They're progressing to the Nine of Cups next, which is like emotional dream come true, right? Let's see what else they gave you here for more information. Yeah, Two of Wands. Just, that's again one of those where you're investing your energy controls things. Yeah, it is the ending of an old cycle, the beginning of a new adventure when it happens. So it doesn't feel like you're moving just like separate from something bigger happening in your life. This feels like it's uh, because of a new beginning that you're moving. It's not just like, okay, well, I'm ready to move somewhere else. It's like the move is going to be as a result of something happening significantly in your life. Yeah, here's again the Five of Cups coming up because I've got two decks, almost two complete decks. So here's that Five of Cups, which, came in the beginning with the three cards. It's this movement and this change of emotion from lower vibration to higher vibration. I like that coming in because it's telling us that it's not because of sorrow or something happening where you're like, well, this is what I got to go do. It's because you're moving from lower to higher vibration in emotion. That's what's triggering it here. Yeah. And we got victory and movement with the Chariot and the King of Cups. All right. So you got the King of Cups twice. So that is telling me, in case there was any doubt, it is because of them that this is happening here. Yeah. And the Four of Pentacles, the last card is the home card. So it is that you guys, it'll be you moving in with um, your love. Can't make it up. Boom, boom, boom. So there we go. And let's get you your fortune cookie too. But I like it when they just really, really reinforce the message, right? All right. And then let's pull from the Spirit Animals Oracle here. Okay, here it is. And you've got, yeah, greatness. I love the elephant here. Reminds me of Lord Ganesh, remover of obstacles. I like it. Love is your strength. And that's funny because the strength card that we got with Leo energy, right? Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet, and you can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. So I love that. Beautiful card. Keep on hitting my singing bowl over there. Bing. So that is what they have for you for that for your move there. So I like it. I like it. So many blessings to you. Hey, CJ, shout out to another of my YouTube channel members. Hello, everybody. So um, where we're at on donations, we've got Miss K up next, and then Brenda, and then Sun and Moon, and then Faith and Love. You'll be up after that. All right. So, Miss K, thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like here. Take a sip of my tea while I read your question. Okay. So let's mix up this deck here. It's a double decker. Got two of these lights here tarot joined together, so it's a huge deck. All right. So, Miss K, how does your Taurus coworker feel about you at this time? So we're doing a little bit of an energy check-in. See, okay, based on their current energies. All right. How do they feel about you? Okay, I do want. Nope, it is that way. All right. Anything else? Okay. All right. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, these are all underlying energies under the underlying energies. What's going on below the surface? Wow. So they evidently have stuff going on they don't even know about. All right. So let's see the bottom of the deck here. So the bottom of the deck, we do have a very Taurus energy with the Four of Pentacles, which is about a solid foundation in the outside world. And underneath that, we have the Knight of Cups, which is important, which I'll show you here in a sec, because we have the Knight of Cups. Four of Cups underneath that, too. So there is this movement of trying to find solid ground beneath their feet. So when the bottom of the deck, that's kind of like the energy that they want us to know about. That's kind of like the foundation of your reading, and that they are looking for like their energy. They are being moved of their heart, wanting to find home, wanting to find someone. The Four of Cups is boredom with what they had been finding in the outside world. They're looking for a love that's different, that's stable and solid. And so they do have that, Taurus is ruled by Venus, so it's all about the love and but that's also the earthy energy of wanting to be grounded and solid and rooted. And this is what they're in there. The reason I said the Knight of Cups is important because I have two decks. The only card that showed itself first is the Knight of Cups. And when we're specifically the cards that are not on the bottom of the deck, these represent how he feels about you. And so the Knight of Cups does show that there's movement of emotion that they have towards you. That's what these two cards are here too. Yeah, they do. We've got the Six of Wands, which is mutual attraction energy, and the Page of Pentacles, which is about like looking for this opportunity in the outside world of mutual attraction kind of energy. So I do feel like there's an energetic connection that's there. And then we'll find out more about what what their perception of it is and what they're wanting to do with all this, right? So we'll take a look here. All right. We do have the Page of Cups. So that is you can see how it's like going to a higher level of love there. And I like that uh that they like you're not normal. I always like saying it that way because that's what the Four of Cups is about. They're looking for something that's not the norm, what they had before, and you're not normal. You're not like other people that they've met, and that they are around, and they're like, "Yeah, you're different in a good way," and I like that. Yeah. So they do have some of this kind of energy where they're with the Eight of Cups is they're walking away from relationships and emotions and interactions with people that don't serve them anymore. And the Eight of Wands is they've had a lot of this suddenness in people walking away from them and them walking away from others. It always has been for them with the Wheel of Fortune, of course. So I kind of feel like that spirit saying, don't, we don't have to feel bad for that because it helped them grow. Everyone was a mirror for them, showing them what they wanted to know about themselves. And so they've been realizing this, but they had people leave suddenly and they left people suddenly. And it's been a good journey here. We'll see what this has taught them because I feel like they're very quick to realize, "Oh, I fell back into my old pattern again," and and they're wanting to stop that. Let's see what we have here. Yeah. So the page of swords, which is about clarity and seeing things from a higher perspective, and the ace of pentacles, which is I'm I'm not wanting to repeat old cycles. I'm wanting to do things differently. So I feel like that fastness energy has slowed down where they're not just leaping into stuff because they realized when I let my heart just run rapid, I get into these old patterns. So they've kind of, in a way, with the Page of Swords, they have their mind kind of caging their heart a bit, which normally I'd be like, let your heart free, or at least, put it on a leash and let it on a longer leash and let it have some freedom. But for them, I feel like it's especially with that Wheel of Fortune, it's for them not to have this happen, and it's good for them to kind of be taking things slowly. So let's see what the underlying emotion is below the surface here. This is like below the surface. Yeah, so the Two of Pentacles is this balance energy here. I do feel like there's um I don't know. I was gonna say it's like there's two choices, and you're one of the choices, but this other one, it's like an oasis, it's an illusion, it's vapor, it's the what if. So they see you and they're like, wow. And they're like, well, the thing that they used to do is they would just get totally locked in and someone and have tunnel vision and not see things for reality. So they are trying to balance it, going, well, this is what I want. This is who you are. And let's balance this out and let me take time with it. Instead of going, oh, that's it. And the scales didn't finish balancing. And whoops. And when it was other people, it was like, plung, nope, it wasn't it. So they're allowing themselves the time to really be more balanced in their approach. So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, the 10 of Wands is this energy here. Um, so they are facing some fears. The 10 of Wands is like taking an inventory of all their energy and what they're able to give. And this is part of this balancing too, because one of the fears is that I'm going to allow my heart to fall for someone and I can't keep up with them because you're not normal, the norm. They're not sure. There's a little bit of unknown fear that's there of what if I can't um, make you happy? And they can't make you happy anyway. You have to make yourself happy. But in their mind, they don't want to disappoint. They don't want to fall short. They don't want to be rejected. They don't want to hurt you. And so there's this weighing out this energy of evaluating, can I keep up? Can I bring you what I feel like you deserve? And maybe what they have in their mind thinking that you would want to. The high priestess energy here too. So they see you as someone who's very, very in tune with your emotions, but have a huge heart too. And that's a bit of the where this is coming in because you feel big. You feel in a big way. And also um, but you love in a big way and you care in a big way. And I feel like you might even be seen as like you mother people. Let's say you nurture people. Mothering sounds like you're like me, 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 me. No, this is like you nurture people, and there's a little bit of fear in that, that they're like, um, if I hurt you, people are gonna hurt me, like physically, because I feel like people would definitely step up and, you know, threaten their life if they build up to this where they, move on these emotions and stuff. I feel like people would tell them, like I said, if you hurt her, I will hurt you, and they won't find the body, you know? And so there is care in that. Let's see what else we have here too. Yeah. And, you know, the Seven of Swords is them overcoming those fears that they've had that have cheated them out of opportunities in the past. And the King of Wands is deciding. That's that indecision piece here of trying to overcome their fears. That's really a big piece of what's holding them back from moving on this. But I do like that they're taking the time because they definitely don't want to repeat the same cycles. And of course, because we care about you, we don't want them to repeat the cycle on you. And the Knight of Pentacles is this slowness. It's the slowest night in all of the out of all the nights, and gives time for us to raise our love vibration, gives them time to raise their love vibration. And we do that by questioning our thoughts and our beliefs, mindsets that don't serve us anymore, emotions that don't serve us anymore, energy that doesn't serve us anymore, even physical things that don't serve us anymore, that we're purging out of our lives. And the more we raise our love vibration by transforming those things and removing those things, then the faster that energy moves and the faster that they can come towards us too. So I like all of that energy that they really see with someone that could, has that feeling of home to them. And that's because you're real, you are, grounded, you have a huge heart, very nurturing. All of those things, you check off a lot of the boxes, but they still have their inner stuff that they're dealing with, which we're like, yeah, do with that then, and then not when you're with me. Then your fortune cookie, oh yeah, guardian, the boo-boo bears. I love it. It's like Goldilocks, right? So it's the black bear. It's gentle and wise protector. Give me your confidence and power. Help me protect the ones I love. Awaken my intuition and guide me. Yeah, I like that. And I feel like that's their energy. They are a protector. They are someone. Taurus are that way. My brother, he's a Taurus. And he's retired military. That's how he shows love, is how he wants to protect his family. And I love that about him. All right. So hopefully that resonates and makes sense there, Miss Kate. That's what they have there for you. So many blessings. Thank you again for your donation. All right. And then we got Brenda. Brenda. Hello, Brenda. Take a sip here. So thank you so much for your donation and your happy emoji. And you want to know about love from now till tomorrow. All right, let's see. What does Spirit want you to know about love? Okay, some of those two. That one here. Okay. All righty. What do we have happening here? Bottom of the deck, you do have the Two of Swords. This is a bit of a little journey of, standing at the crossroads and decision making, right? And there is this awareness. I love this the blindfold about closing your eyes, opening your heart, getting out of the head, getting out of the expectations, all those rules, supposed tos, and chiming in with your heart. This balance going back and forth. And I do feel like the energy of today and tomorrow for you, which is of course amplified with this lunar eclipse that we're having right now, will be in that energy, strong energy, um, gosh, for several days. It'll impact us up to 4 to 6 weeks after, even 8 sometimes. But I feel like it's put you in this little bit of going back and forth in your head around like your heart wants this, but your mind wants this, but the heart wants this, and your mind wants this. It's almost like I don't know why they're showing it this way, but it's like they're picking teams. Like your heart is picking people for their team, and your mind is picking people for their team. And I feel like it's okay. And then once we decide, then we're going to let them battle it out. Then the game really begins. And, but it's like they're picking teams. Your heart and your mind are picking teams when it's coming to love right now. That's hilarious. Let's see what else comes in here. That's the energy on the bottom. Yeah. And it looks like spirit here is saying, the slowness of things right now with the king of pentacles, not king, the knight of pentacles, slowest moving knight. And that eight of cups is about walking away from emotions and relationships that don't serve you anymore. And so it has to do with taking an emotional inventory of anything that's stuffed down below the surface, anything that goes back to like 7 years old and younger that's been being held and charged below the surface. It's good to any triggers that have been coming up, anything that emotionally feels uh, constricting and powerless and small, any fear attached to it. Those are things that are bubbling up for us to transform so that our inner little emotional inner child doesn't need to hold on to them anymore. The Eight of Cups is also about taking a inventory of the relationships you have. Where are you investing your emotional energy? Are you investing it in a few people, a lot of people, friends, family, love interests, etc.? It's when you realize, you know, when we're giving like pennies away, we don't realize how much those pennies add up into large amounts of emotional energy. And it's like, let me detach. And this is about realizing where you're investing your emotional energy, because if you're giving away a lot of emotional energy and you don't have like your almost overdrawing your emotional bank, then your heart doesn't invite anyone else in because it knows it can't, it doesn't have the emotion to give it. So it keeps it away, right? And so this is an important piece here. The slowness is happening to give you an opportunity to really sift through the emotional energies that are you're using to keep things pushed down, that have been pushed down for years. So it's like recently, it's just like you're going, oh yeah, there is some of this stuff from my 7 years old and younger that my little inner child's been holding on this whole time because it didn't know it could express it or what to do with it. And this is this transformative energy, and I like this for you because it's important to move to the next step. Yeah, because here's the Five of Cups, which confirms there are some emotions below, you know, um, that's below there, and um, this it's about transformation here. So, is anyone else having trouble hearing? I want to make sure it's not my connection. So, if I see Faith and Love, it sounds weird. CJ, it sounds weird. Is anyone else sounding weird? You're having the trouble as well. Weird, weird. Um, maybe the microphone? I sure hope not. It sounds staticky. Well, Mercury did go retrograde today. Yay! Um, here, let me take some screenshots. I don't want to lose stuff now that I mention that. Don't want something weird to happen. Um, I might have to restart the stream. So I'm gonna grab everything just in case. It must have just started happening, I'd imagine, because no one else said anything until just now, right? Okay, let me try something here. Is it better now? Is it better, better, better? Staticky, better, better? It's not sounding weird now. All right. Well, let's all send positive energy, angels, guides, help the connection stay stable. Maybe Mercury just wanted to be recognized and go, okay, now that you recognize me, I will be kind to you now. So hopefully, Brenda, you heard at least some of this, right? But still sparking? Hmm. Well, staticky, staticky. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try. The only problem is when I unplug the microphone, sometimes with YouTube, you plug it back in, it doesn't recognize it. So that's why I took screenshots of everything. We'll try it because I'd rather have sound be good. And if it doesn't improve it, I might have to leave and come back on for it to clear up. So I have to go around, unplug my microphone. Be right back. Okay. Can you guys see me? How do I sound? I hope, I hope. See if that did. Oh, I even saved all the chat. Well, most of it. Sounds good? Yay! Okay. Thank you, thank you. Baby Jesus. All right, Brenda, maybe this is staticky about your love reading here. Thank you guys so much and letting me know all that and not letting me ramble on with it being all staticky. I appreciate that. All right. Phew, okay. Got to take a sip here. All right. So, Brenda, to catch up where we were, I feel like you're at a crossroads. Your mind and your heart are choosing teams, and but there is this slowness that's having you really look at where you're investing your emotional energy and what's pushed down, and just to try to fill back up your emotional bank to prepare you for a love that's um, worthy of receiving your love. Someone that's like you, that can give from their heart and flow with you. It's very compatible. Um, yeah, and that kind of energy coming in. So yeah, because you got the Eight of Cups again. I do have two decks together, and you know, whenever we get like cards like this, it's like kind of like I was saying, it's like really doubling down literally on the message of important to leave relationships behind that don't serve you anymore. Even if it's like, well, it's fun chatting with them, but I know it's not going to go anywhere. I don't really see it going anywhere. It's like, then don't waste your energy and your time, and don't waste their energy and their time. Kind of coming in here too. Um, yeah, because you have the Knight of Swords here, which is about movement and changing of thought and belief and mindset, and the Four of Wands, which is about, it's the marriage card. And um there is this, you know letting go and questioning the thoughts and beliefs that I have around relationship and around marriage, and the supposed to be and the should be and the need to be, and who they're supposed to be and who they're supposed to be in a relationship, what the relationship is supposed to be, how it's supposed to start, how it's supposed to go, where it's supposed to end up, who you're supposed to be in it, in that. And I know you've worked a lot on letting a lot of that go, but it with this Two of Swords, it does feel like the battle between your head and heart has escalated. Or it's reignited, like whatever peace treaty that you came to before, things have really rearisen, and it makes sense. They're just telling me we're in the Venus retrograde, so you do have a lot of it's a time of reflection where a lot of types of relationships and relationships from the past, people from the past, come across your mind, across your path, across your heart, across your social media, or somewhere across your phone. And it's all reflective here. And that makes a lot of sense coming in here, because you do have the King of Wands, which is this energy about um, you deciding, right? Um, clearing the throne room from all these people that have their opinions about love and who you're supposed to be with and all that, and you really deciding for you, which, you being Aquarius, of course, you already have that rebel nature, but, this is really getting it out of your subconscious. Since consciously you've done a whole lot about clearing the stuff away, but there's still some stuff below the surface, the emotional inner child, the mental inner child, that has some beliefs that are kind of on autopilot below the surface. And I feel like with that Knight of Pentacles, there is this time of really clearing some stuff out. And I mean, this eclipse energy about endings and beginnings, and the Aries season of new beginnings that starts next week, right in the middle between of all this. And then also oh gosh, there's just so much astrology. It's crazy about what it's, endings and beginnings energy that comes in, right? So it's still sparking. Hmm. All right. Let's see what your fortune cookie is here. Yeah, even this, you got rebirth here. So moonlight may be Now that I've kind of rebooted on my side, maybe if you try stepping out and stepping back in, maybe if you'll do that for me just to see if that fixes it, maybe. But you got the butterfly, the rebirth for you here, Brenda, and it says you can reinvent yourself, open to the reward of change. You have the brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. Wow. So I feel like love kind of is in this kind of probably like this sparky, staticky kind of energy because you're gaining a lot of clarity and you're in this big reflective energy right now, where I feel like it's anyone you're coming across is a reminder of someone from the past, right? Yay! Thank you, Moonlight. Oh, thank God. Lordy, 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 lordy. You know, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to like instead of rose quartz, I'm gonna have to wear black tourmaline to keep away mercury energy. So hopefully that helps, Brenda. And sorry about all the staticky interruptions, but it's so fitting in a way for the energy I was feeling for your reading anyway, because it was like interruption, static, unclear. Just the old stuff coming back. And with all this retrograde, it just feels like it's a period of super reflection coming around love for you there. So I know. Haven't I done enough? Evidently, a little more is needed, but it's for you. So I like it for you. All right. So that's what they have for you, Brenda. Brenda. So thank you for that. And I think I lost some of the chat. So let me bring up a screen here. Okay. So we did all those. All right. And then up next, we do have Sun and Moon. So thank you for your donation. What's that? Oh, behind the scenes sticker. I love it. And you wanted here, let me just bring up a deep dive read because the comment made to us by AK has a deeper meaning to it. What did AK mean when AK said their boyfriend's business has $80,000 worth of merchandise, but economically they're uncertain as to what is to come? And we're just so stunned. When AK said that, he just stood there. We didn't ask questions because we were shocked at what AK said. We think we know what AK is getting at, but we're not completely sure. Okay. You're the man to see. Oh, thank you for the nosy read. Okay. So let's dive in here. Let's find out what their energy is. I'm going to switch to this side here. Yeah, let's definitely get some green tea for this tea. Let's see what we got going on here. So, deep dive. Okay. All right. So let's sit into AK's energy here. Okay. Cards are flying. There is tea to be had. And that one too. And to those three too. And that one underneath. Yeah, there's a lot going on underneath the surface here and there. Okay. Let me just make some space here. My goodness. All right. Well, the bottom of the deck here. Yeah. Green tea for the tea, right? We do have the King of Pentacles on the bottom, which is someone who knows how, the outside works, the coin, how it works. And underneath that, the 10 of Wands here too, which is about reevaluation of where we're investing all of our energy. And I'm just we'll find out more here. But there is this, I feel like um, a lot of energy, financial energy, we'll put it that way, that's being invested in a lot of different areas. Because, so when we're saying here, um, he has $80,000 worth of merchandise, but they're uncertain as what's to come because you might be sitting on a bunch of merchandise, but if it doesn't sell, you have a lot of your money tied up in stuff. And that's the whole thing. Is sometimes you'll hear people are worth, 100 million, like $100 million, like, Dr. Evil. but but it's all tied up in property and this and that. It's not is that what they call it? Liquid assets? It's not something they can get money on, like, right away. And there's uncertainty of the economy with everything that's going on in the world too. And I just feel like that's why they're a bit uncertain of things. We'll dive in more. That's just the bottom of the deck. The first two cards that made themselves known that came out in this reading, they do have the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Pentacles, which the Four of Pentacles is this energy of a solid foundation in the outside world. And the Wheel of Fortune, is the wheels of fate turning, and that they have kind of this confidence that things are going to be okay. But it's also um the card of home, like they're like four walls in the outside world, like the home and the home is secure. Um, and that's like the beginning here. Then you have two cards with one underneath, two cards, one underneath, three cards, one underneath, three cards, one underneath. So they're going to give you four little kind of snapshots, and those cards underneath are what's going on below the surface. So let's find out. So the first two cards here, yeah. So we've got very much education energy here with the Eight of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So, and I feel like this is kind of reflecting back to the King of Pentacles. It's this energy of feeling learned in how things work in the outside world. So I feel like they're educated, both streetwise and even formal education around business and stuff. So they get it, they get how things work, but they also don't want to be overconfident, especially with the volatility of markets and different things like that. Disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. This is tarot, it's for fun. There's a disclaimer in the description box of the video just to say all that because they're starting to talk about things that sound financy, which I am not anywhere trained or knowledgeable in it, but spirit is saying this is where they're coming from. Just the volatility of things that are going on in the world and people making decisions and people making big decisions at high levels and countries and this and that and all that stuff that they're just like, who knows what tomorrow may bring, right? And let's see what the energy underneath the surface is here too, right? Yeah, we'll see here. We got the Four of Cups, which is this boredom, this emotional, it's an emotional stability that becomes stagnant, where it just feels like something isn't, um again, the Four of Pentacles, this energy of stability, but things being in a certain thing for too long becomes stagnant. And I keep on getting this stagnant energy that's coming in here with this. So it's like we get it and everything, but things feel stagnant, feel stuck, if that makes sense. So what else do we have here too? Well, so we have the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups. So there's this happiness and their partnership, their relationship. Below the surface, yeah, they got this great balance between head and heart here. So it feels like relationship wise, they feel pretty steady here and they feel very happy emotionally. So we're kind of checking in here physically, emotionally. So emotionally, they don't feel stuck. I feel like they feel very balanced. That's coming in here. And I feel like one of them is kind of in their head. They're more the mind for business. The other one is like the heart for the business and in the relationship. That's like, it's almost like in a way can almost feel like opposites attract a bit. Um, so, and I'm feeling here, did you hear it just from one? I almost feel like whoever's the emotional one, um, is the one that has more worry about things than the one who has the mind for business and understands things, if that makes sense. Let's see what else we have here too. Because it's like I feel like it's more emotional worry, but their relationship is fine. But when I see this combination, it's someone with a huge heart is the one who's more, especially with all this energy, all this emotional energy we're all experiencing with these eclipses and all this stuff, their fears are magnified. But the one who's like logical, they're like, "No, we're gonna be fine." But the one that's sharing from their heart is like, "Well, we have all this, but I'm not sure how it's gonna unfold." And so there is, oh, their relationship is stagnant. Oh, oh no. Wow, interesting. Let's see what these other ones have here too, here for us. Yeah, we've got the Empress, which is a big birthing energy and harvest energy. We got the Fool card, which is an end of a cycle and the beginning of a whole new adventure. And the Ten of Swords, which is about letting expectations go, getting out of the head and um, the fears, all the small t truths rooted in fear, and letting it go because there is this harvest that's coming with all of this here. Yeah, see the Nine of Swords, the one I was talking about with all the fears that's coming in here. And so the one who's business minded said all this. Yeah, I mean, it just feels like such a opposite of that with this energy. Although when we're looking at the Empress, the nurturer can almost flip where, someone can have blind faith, an emotional person can have blind faith, and someone who is uh, very aware of all the stuff sees all the indicators and, oh no, alarms are going off everywhere. But the other person is, trust, everything's going to be fine. And no, it's not. Can't you see? But let's see what these other three cards are because I just feel like I don't feel anything like super ominous here, but there's still four cards to go. We have the Ace of Wands, which is new spark, Aries energy. We have the Judgment card, which is about seeing things from a higher perspective or being drawn in a different direction. And the Knight of Wands, wanting to move quickly into something else, What's the underlying energy? Yeah, and the death and rebirth here too. It feels here like, so the stagnant energy that I'm feeling regarding their statement, I feel like I don't know, it doesn't feel like they're necessarily panicking, but all these energies on the end are all about ending what they're doing now and investing in something else that's different. I just feel like they're wanting to have this change. Um, and I feel like maybe that's the ominous thing that you're sensing below the surface, because it feels like, we've got you know, all this $80,000 worth of merchandise. You said, but economically, we're uncertain as to what is to come. It just feels like they're wanting to dump it and go into something else with this energy and this end here, especially new passion, calling of the judgment card into something new, wanting to move quickly with this Knight of Wands and the death and rebirth card. So, ooh, that's a good question. Let's zero in and see if it's the relationship that's ending, because there's definitely this reboot, restart energy. I'm going to use this other part of the deck here. So is it the relationship that's going to go boom, 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 boom? Oh, look, oh my God, we got the full card again. And the Page of Wands, which is a new spark heading in this. It doesn't feel, this is about energy and passions, not about ending of relationship. Yeah, no, it feels here with the Five of Cups and the Sun card that whatever's going on in their relationship does end up turning into something brighter. The Five of Cups is moving from lower vibration to higher vibration. So it's like, I feel like something's going to spark between them to renew things, because it can be their energy with each other could be stagnating their business too. But I mean, we got all this retrograde energy going on. So tell us about their relationship. What else do we need to know? Or what else can we know? I mean, do we need to know anything? Like, what can we know, right? Yeah. We've got this victory, this feeling of equal attraction and victory, and Ace of Pentacles is a new start. So I do feel like they're rebooting their relationship, kind of like we did with my microphone thing. The clarity comes in, but I do feel it's after this Venus retrograde and after this Mercury retrograde. So I feel like it's more, the Mercury retrograde ends in April. April 7th is when Mercury goes direct, because the clarity of information comes in. Let's take a look here. Let's look at Venus here. Venus. Oh, Venus goes direct on April 12th. So Mercury goes direct April 7th, and then Venus goes direct on April 12th. So feels like it'll be, the more we move away from those dates, the we're in the post shadow of those energies. I feel like things kind of reboot, and they're reviewing a lot of their lives and relationship right now, along with the rest of us, with all this eclipses and Aries and all that kind of stuff coming in. Oh, wow. Yeah, I feel like sometimes that's what it takes, right? For this feeling of, I need to get out, I need to get away from all these expectations and get away from that. But I don't feel like they do it. But or if they separate for a moment, I feel like they would come back together. Whatever reboot this is that's coming in, I feel like it happens later in April. So maybe they kind of take some time to themselves. But I feel like there's this energy of Aries that kicks in next week, and the rebirth that happens on March 29th, which is the new moon solar eclipse in Aries. There's all this newness, this rebirth that happens, but I don't feel like I feel like they talk about separating and then they agree to try things to try to work it out, at least in this energy that's coming in right now. See what else we have here too. Yeah, we have the humpback whale with the singer, and it says, "Sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul." So, very powerful energy. I love the whale songs when they sing. Um, but this is deep emotional energy. And I feel like, um, again, with this Venus retrograde energy, it really takes us inward, reflects on our relationships. Mercury retrograde takes us inward to work on our communication, like Venus is how we want to love and how we want to be loved. Mercury is how we communicate and how we want to be communicated to. And I feel like when they do talk about a reboot and a rebirth, trying to say both at the same time, that they realize that I don't want to restart over with someone else, and I'd rather give it one more try. And but we need to work on each other's love language and how we communicate with one another. In fact, they might even do some counseling or something because I just feel like they're so tied in different ways that even though they're talking about leaving and doing all that, you know. Oh. Oh, I see what you're saying. They're like, "But I'm not sure unless there's something you wanna tell me." Yeah. Um, so I feel like they'll have some conversations and they'll do the reboot kind of with each other is the energy I'm feeling right now anyway. But so hopefully that helps a little bit. But yeah, I agree with you. You're just like, it's hearsay until it happens. People have moments of frustration where they share things and um but rather than talking to everyone else, they should be talking to each other, right? The sneaky one. Wow, wow. Oh, it's funny. It reminds me of another couple that people ask about. And there's one that's in their head and sneaky and suspicious, and the other one very emotional that, it's just like we see it a lot, right? Too funny. All right, my dear. Well, that is what they have for you for that one. So thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. Okay, actually, it looks like these saved here, so that is good. Thank you again. And we'll see. Oh, we'll see what happens. But all this volatile energy, possibilities of volatile energy. We have very challenging energy that's really challenging us a lot. So you're very welcome. Cheers. So let's take a look. All right. So we have faith and love. Thank you so much for your donation. Um, and your little heart eyes emoji. So you want to know what's coming in for you in love and with C. All right, let's take a look here. Then after that, we've got CJ. I think those are my last two donations. And oh my gosh, is it 7:45 already. So I'll be heading off here in about uh, less than 15 minutes to go spend time with my Praying Mantis members. But I will try to come back on to finish out all the readings because I know I was talking about balance at the beginning of this, but since we had the service interruption, um, I want to come back on and finish the reading. So I will come back on and make sure everyone gets a reading tonight. Um, so might just be like an hour, hour and a half or so. Depends on how much time I spend with the Praying Mantis members before I return. All right. What's this about? This is all about C here. Okay. All right. What's going on with love for you? Faith and love. So now it's your tea time. That's right. It's like golf, right? This is your tea time. We're teeing off while drinking our tea. Well, at the bottom of the deck, you do have the King of Cups. So I feel like there's a lot of energy here going on. And underneath that, you have the Ten of Swords, too. I feel like the energy of love right now has a lot of sorting out about what is the perfect compatible person for me. I just feel like there's this, um, I don't want to say frustration. It's more exhaustion. I'm like, just tired of thinking about it all, right? Let's see here. So this is about love. These five are about love. Yeah. And then these other ones are about C. You said C, right? Specifically. Okay. So, of course, we've got the Lover's card and the Three of Swords, which is about expectations. So, this is reiterating kind of what I said here with, this is about what are these expectations? What are these fears of heartbreak? What are these? And it's rooted in fear, but it's like you said, exhaustion about how many times am I going to have to feel disappointed in people? When am I going to find someone that can just step up? That's what I'm feeling with these cards, this energy. And it's like, okay, um, and I feel like that's what's kind of being spotlighted right now for you. Let's see what else we have here too. Yeah. And we have the Ace of Cups, which is about self-love here, right? And the Empress card, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and also the Magician, which is you and your power. And so, regarding love, this message is like, when will this happen? When you find the love that you're looking for, which is in here, right? And I know as humans, we're like, oh God, not self love again. But it is. It's every relationship with the outside world is reflective of our own self love. Once I find the love inside of me and I'm realizing I'm the love I've been looking for, that is the love that can come in and stay. Because if my self love isn't here and staying, then no love in the outside. Because every relationship I'm in, whether it's romantic, family, friends, whatever, is a reflection of my own self love. And so if love isn't staying and isn't being there, it's because it's reflecting back to me, showing me that the love that I'm looking for out there isn't this love in here. And so it's reflecting this ghost love, right? Instead of the real love. And the more we raise our love vibration, the more we are able to, um, expand the self love that we have. Also expands our ability to give and receive love in the outside world. Because we can't love someone else more than to the extent we love ourselves or receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So, all this is about nurturing and raising my love vibration and turning inward and upward. And sometimes the fear we have as humans is like, well, if I find that love, does that mean I'm going to not want love in the outside world? No, not at all. In fact, it just means we don't need it. Um, and as we're filling up inside with this love and overflowing, then they're above and beyond extra. And when we don't have these expectations on what love is supposed to be in the outside world, because when we do focus on those expectations, we're focusing on how a relationship is falling short. And what that does is our energy grows lack in our relationship because we're focusing on lack when we have expectations. Gratitude is focusing on what we have. It grows more of what we have. Expectations grow lack and brings more lack. And then eventually it sucks the life out of the relationship and there's no more oxygen left for the flame and the flame goes poof and poops out, right? So I feel like the message of love, is to do that, right? Yeah. All right. It is a journey, isn't it? Overcoming all these mindsets that we've been given all our lives, right? But once we find that, then that's what draws in, and then it draws in someone who's compatible, with the King of Cups. So I feel like that's, you're on the journey, you're on the path, you're doing these things, and when it's almost like when you are finding your self-love because you can give it to the creator and go, I would like a relationship. And I trust you're going to bring me the perfect person in the perfect timing, right? In the perfect way. And you release it and you don't worry about it. And you just focus on yourself, trusting that you're going to draw the perfect person in. If I'm like, I need him now, I need him now, that's that expectation. That means I'm still on some of that old cycle. And the more I turn inward and upward and I raise my vibration, I stop looking and I start focusing on myself and my self-love, living my passion, and then I meet someone eventually out living my passion, not, trying to fill a position in my life because I need love, right? It's like, no, I don't need love. I want love and I'm putting in the order with the creator and it'll arrive when it's ready. It's going to be perfect. I trust the creator. In the meantime, I'm working on me and loving and enjoying my life. When we get any fears or you know um I don't know, urgency around love, then we know we're stuck in an expectation. I need to have love because if I don't have it, oh no, I'm not incomplete, I'm not needing it. I'm full, I can find my fullness here. They're just going to be above and beyond extra, right? Oops, I'm running out of time, so let's jump to C here and see what these cards are here. Okay. So I'm using 2 decks combined into 1. We got the 3 of Swords again. Well, there's that card coming up again, right? Disappointment, expectations, right? You're like, "No kidding." Yeah, and we got the Death and Rebirth card with C. More death card here. Yeah. And there's the 9 of Pentacles, which is about being alone. 3 of Cups is more this friendship energy. What is this other stuff here too? Yeah. And it does feel here, rather than the King of Cups, you've got the complete opposites here. We've got the Queen of Cups who rolls over emotion. She's the master of emotion, and the King of Swords who gets a second portion of swords, and they're all about the mind. So 2 parts mind with someone 2 parts emotion. And it just feels like here that with C, it does feel here that it does end here because it's like you're realizing they're not compatible, you know. The King of Cups is a compatible individual because they're balanced between the head and the heart. They can, um, move in the mental world, but they also can communicate and move in the emotional world too. And so just that kind of energy with them feels as if it's like they're a bird and you're a fish or vice versa. But it's like they say, if a bird falls in love with a fish, where shall they meet? Because you can't exist in each other's world for very long before one of you dies. The fish will, out of water and the bird drowning in the water, needing to fly. and not just float on top of the water. It's designed to, unless it's a penguin, but they're not a penguin. Yeah. He's your best friend. I love that. So it feels like it's this friend zone is definitely supported with those energies there. Um, we guys are very different. I feel like you guys do give each other different perspectives. The bird telling the fish about other birds, and the fish telling the bird about fishes, and the sea. That you guys give each other such different perspectives. Um, so I feel like you guys stay friends. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah. That those cards ain't lying, are they? And you got the magic card. I love this with the owl. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through the deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. Yes. So that's, you definitely deserve to have someone who's that compatible with you there. So I love that. All right. Let's see where we left off here. Let me just make sure. Okay. It's right here. I'm just going to grab, whoops, wrong button. Boop. I'll grab that here. You are very welcome, Faith and Love. Hopefully that helps. But I definitely feel, yeah, this wonderful energy headed your way here. All right. And I'm so sorry, CJ. I did not get to yours yet, but you will be up first and we will deep dive into your reading as well. Um, and okay. And then I see your question up above about about accepting Jay's offer that he made this week. So we'll dive into that. Thank you for understanding. I appreciate you, CJ. And then everyone else for your free readings, I will also complete those when I return in about an hour and a half ish or so, but it will be tonight. Um, all this moon energy, I've been so hyper. It's and I've been drinking some tea, like regular tea, not green tea as well, which gets me wired. So I'll be up for a long time. So I will return. And thank you guys for all the thumbs up and your patience and getting to your readings. The thumbs up does help spread the Zen love. So thanks for being part of the love tsunami. It tells me you enjoy these readings. And it tells YouTube that you enjoy them too. And it helps spread the word. So I appreciate that. And like I said, I shall return. If you haven't checked out the Equinox readings yet, that is next week. Here is the link to those if you want to check into something here. Yeah, you're so tired. Like, I can imagine. This energy of the moon has been crazy. I know I've been dreaming and waking up in the middle of the night. And here's the Virgo full moon there too, if you guys want to check that out while you're waiting for your readings as well. All right, my dears, thank you again so much for all your love. And remember, as we're going through our adventure, that every second of every day, we truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. Remember, have fun because Spirit's been asking lately, why are we being so serious? All right. I love you guys. We'll see you soon.